Hello, it's been a really long time since the last time I posted a video. But today I'm going to tell a story um, about this couple where the husband doesn't know how to cook at all, but they live the both husband and wife and the kids, they live really busy lives. So they've decided they're both working full time. The husband is working full time, the wife is working full time, they have kids, and they are studying at the same time. So both of them are in part time education on top of that. So they've decided this is what they want to do with their lives because they want to improve their careers. But at the same time, they're having to, they can't afford to pay childcare, so they have few children and they're still small. So and this is new, so they used to just like their lives used to be simple, and they worked part-time, both of them, and that was it. But now they've gone into full-time and they're studying, so because they want to improve their lives, right, their financial lives, their financial situation. But so before their wife goes to work, she wakes up early in the morning, she cleans the house, she cooks different types of soups, put them into pack lunches, or just like boxes, and put the soups into the fridge and some in the freezers. But so she takes the kids to school, and then she goes to work. And when she finishes work, she does like a 3-hour part-time studying as well after work, and then she comes home in the evening. Well, the thing is, the husband doesn't work during the day, so he works in the evening when she comes home from work. But every time when she gets home from work and studying, the husband tells her that he didn't eat all day. He didn't have anything to eat. So the wife says, "Why did you not eat?" "Because I told you I've already cooked and I put food in the fridge and freezer. So all you have to do is just boil some pasta or rice, and then just use the soup that I've made and eat that. And you can also pack some for work." But the husband says, "No, I can't even, because the wife knows he doesn't know how to cook, but she at least expects him to do that, to boil a few things, because all these years they've been together, he has seen her cooking many, 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 many times. So she just expects that he at least knows how to boil pasta or rice, and then he can eat that." So, and he says, "No, I don't know how to do even that, even to boil rice or pasta or potatoes." He says to her he doesn't know, so he hasn't ate all day, and he's actually complaining. And the wife says, "Well, our lives are busy, obviously, and I need help. I can't do everything by myself." And he says, "Well, I help you. I do a lot. You can't sit there and say I don't help you. We're doing this together. I pick kids up from school, they come home, I feed them the food that you made." And apparently, so the kids are eating, because she would cook separate food for the kids, because they're not into, because the husband and wife, they have their own preference of food and like spicy food and stuff, but the kids don't eat spice. So she cook the same for the children, but with no spicy. So he feed the kids that food that she's made for the children that does not have spice, but then he won't eat that because he doesn't like it. He says it's children's food, so he won't eat that. He wants the one that him and his wife eat. And so then you tell his wife, "I look after the kids, pick them up from school, and make sure the homework is done. I do a lot of things. I can't believe you're telling me I don't know. I'm not helping you." just because I'm asking you to cook not just the soup, but also why can't you cook the pastas and the potatoes and the rice as well? Because I don't know how to do that. And the wife says, well, I don't have time to cook everything. I only have time to cook the main dish, and then the rest of it, like, which is like the pastas, the carbs, you can do that yourself, because I've got to go to work. And plus I have to wake up extra early in the morning to organize everything, the uniform, get the kids ready for school, get myself ready for work, take them to school, clean the house, do the dishes and everything, and get things ready for the next day, because by the time I get home from work, I'll be really tired to start doing these things, so next day is ready. I can just get home, eat, and then we all eat, and then we'll go to bed. And he says, no, you got to cook everything, because obviously I've not been eating. You don't feed me, because the way the husband was raised is, the wives cook, they feed the husbands. Wives feed the husband. They do all the cooking, all the cleaning, everything, all the house chores, looking after the kids. And the husbands don't have to do any of that. They can choose to do if they want to, but they don't have to. So she was also raised like that. She knows that's expected from him, so she's not complaining as much. But at the same time, she is complaining, because she's saying they want to better themselves, they want to better their finances. So she's saying she needs him to chip in, to learn things that he doesn't know how to do in order to help the family. But he's got this ego saying, I don't have to learn. You're my wife. You do it. I paid your bride price. So now you have to make sure you take care of me. You're not taking care of me. You're taking care of the house and sometimes the kids, because when you're at work and in school, I'm taking care of the kids. So you're not taking the kids by yourself. So this ends up becoming a big argument, and every day is the same. So the wife is really, really fed up with this. So she's literally telling him off to his mom, her mother-in-law. So she goes one day, they pay a visit. She says, let's go see your mom. And he asked him, what, you want to go see my mom? And she says, yeah, well, I want to see your mom. I haven't seen her for a long time. So they all go, and then his mom's house, she brings that up, and she's literally just complaining about him to his mom. I don't know what she's expecting. She thinks, I don't know, but anyway, his mom ends up defending her son, saying, well, however you choose to live your lives, you're still his wife, and so you still have to look after him, make sure he eats properly. And how dare you coming to tell me this when you're the one who's not feeding my son? And she says, how do you not understand this? We have such and such and such to do every single day, and you know how busy life is anyway. We don't have you guys' support to help us with anything, and I understand why you can't help us, because you have your own lives to live as well, and I respect that. We respect that, but I can't be doing everything by myself. I obviously need help. If I just I was doing everything by myself, literally everything, and I was stretching myself out so much. It was taking a toll on my mental health and even my physical health. I need a break. I need help. So and I still do pretty much almost everything. So when I'm away at work and in school, you know, I expect him to cover. Yes, he picks up the kids from school, he does their homework, and not even all the homework, because some of them I have to come and finish doing with them, and that needs to be handed in next day. And you just see two of them in the house, and he feeds them the food that I've already cooked, and that's all until I get home and I take over, and then he goes to work. And it's the same every day. I'm really tired. I just need him to do some of this stuff. Like, I don't have to wake up extra early in the morning to do everything, to do the cooking, the cleaning, the that, because I can't do them in the evening after I spend a long day in work and in school to do all that. I'm tired by then. I need my sleep, and before you know it's bedtime, I have to go to bed and wake up early in the morning again. So maybe you can do some of those cleaning and cooking and the washing and all these house chores while I get some sleep, or while I'm in work, because he's not working until I finish work. He's got all that time. I don't know what he does with that time. I just need him to help me, and I know he knows how to do all these things, and I'm sure he knows how to cook. It just because the way you raised him, he thinks he doesn't have to do any of it. And the mother says, what did you say? The way I raised my son? What do you mean that? So she took it as an offense. So the mother-in-law took it as an offense, and it became an argument. And the wife, the daughter-in-law, had to say, you know what? It's okay. We don't have to argue. I didn't bring this up so we can argue. I brought it up so we can discuss it and maybe come to some sort of conclusion. I was just looking for your wisdom really in this. So she said, okay, that's okay, we don't need to argue, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. That's okay, we have to go now. So they left, but the husband stayed. Said, I'm not leaving, because the mother said, she told the mother-in-law told her son to stay. She wants to talk to him, and then the wife can go with the kids. They can go home with the kids. So she went home, took her kids, got them in a car and she drove home. But then so her husband stayed behind. Although she was not happy with him staying behind, she didn't want to get into any more argument with her mother-in-law, so she just left it. She left it there and went home with her kids. She's already spoken about this to her own mother and father, and all they're telling her is, you just have to be strong, because you chose to marry him, and that's it. If that's how things are, you just need to keep peace. What do you want? Do you want a divorce? You just have to be strong. That's all. That's the only advice they're giving her, and she feels like no one is hearing her, no one is supporting her. So she's so stressed. She's not getting support from her own husband, not getting support from her parents, not getting support from her her in-laws. So she's just so stressed in all this. So I'm gonna end this story right here, and hopefully I will continue with it. If not, I'll come up with another video, a different video. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. I want to hear what you think about this. Thank you. Bye.